live. I think we're also live over there too.
We're live.
Live.
Never felt more alive.
That's good.
Yeah.
You didn't try hot sauce. How do you think I feel?
Not yet.
I'm extra alive.
He's awake.
So, Moto Monday, what are we at? 127? Is that what we said this was?
I think so.
It was a lot easier when it was like Moto Monday 6, Moto Monday 7. After a while, like I'm losing track. Yeah.
That's okay.
I don't know how Joe Rogan does it. This is, you know, the JRE experience number 1,453.
He has people do it for him.
Yeah, teleprompter.
Teleprompter?
Yeah, you're doing it right.
Anything after 100, I'm out. Like, it starts to get jumbled.
It's too far for BK to count.
Which,
I read a tape measure today.
this is going to be a good one. So, Kody and BK here with me in the house. We'll drop some links to follow them on social media at the very end. I have no idea what we're going to do with this one, but I do know for the after show, we're going to be doing some hot sauce. We have a pineapple here. I don't know what we're doing with that, but he is going to be my co-host for the night.
That's my pineapple.
It is, yes, it is Bobby's Pineapple, which is a great segue into announcing a couple of our sponsors for the show. Bobby P Media, if you guys need any video work done, photos, he's in the Clark County area, and he's the one, you see his big logo on the front of the table here. Great guy who does some quality work. Shout out to Bobby P. Check him out. Bobby P Media, Facebook, Instagram. I think he's on most places.
Local tracks.
Local tracks. Yeah, you're just running
Photographers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be glued to his camera most of the time. But go check him out, Bobby P Media. If you guys need some grip tape for your bike, brought a set of JJW trick tape here. Helps you go faster, guaranteed. If you slide off your bike and get arm pump, maybe.
I need some
And
bad.
it looks good. Yeah, I mean, looking at your bike, you could definitely use some there. Helps you give it a little grip, makes it look factory, and
Just wash it first, BK.
yeah, definitely wash it before you put it on. If you guys want to get some, check out jjwdesigns.com. And with that said, how's it going, guys?
Good?
It's going super good. Super
Good.
well.
You guys made it down. We've been having some interesting weather lately.
You hear there was a tornado warning going towards Grace Harbor on Saturday?
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Saw
that.
it on the news this morning.
I felt like there was a tornado last night, though, outside my window. It was pretty bad.
Do you have some of that like howling wind going on?
Yeah, and my little puppy wouldn't go potty this morning.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, Holly was sleeping at about 12:30 last night. I walked in the room, woke her up because, you know, she was sleeping good. It's like,
But it
"It's
was
not bad.
nice today.
It's super windy outside. You gotta listen
It was
to
nice for work today.
Yeah, last night I woke up a couple times for whatever reason. I think there was maybe some part of my porch that had just the right gap in it to make a whistle with the wind going. And I just hear this, whoa, this just like kind of out of some 1980s horror movie thing going on. Like, oh, okay, what's that? It was a little rough.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're alive, we're well. We just, you know, got to get through another Pacific Northwest winter.
Right, get through another one. Right about the time I say I'm moving to California, it gets nice again for 3 months, and then it
I
rains.
never thought I'd say this. I'm stoked for Arena Cross. I used to never be like that, and then now I'm like, okay. As you can see, I don't like to wash my bike. Sorry to interrupt, but
I just wish we had good arena cross around here. Nothing against Monroe. I think they do a killer job. Their arena just needs to be 3 times bigger.
Redmond.
yeah, Redmond. sucks.
Redmond doesn't run a lot.
Well, no, I'm just the size of Redmond
Yes.
is sweet.
You
It's
want
hard.
you want to talk small? Go to Astoria.
Did you ever ride 321 Moto?
No.
I was having 30-second lap times on a pit bike.
Well, it's because you're fast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're the best. The best pit bike rider. You beat me, so, you know,
I miss
Yeah,
Clark
but Carson
County.
Brown almost slapped me.
we don't talk about it.
I was just happy that I beat you on a 1972 SL70.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
Kody called out.
okay. So here we go. So
With
I,
a broken shock
I
mount,
show
by the
up-
way.
I
I had
show
no
up.
nut on my shock the whole time.
I show up and I go
the
to sign
best.
up, and Justin goes, "Oh, you have a swing arm on your stock 110, so therefore it's a mod 110, so you have to ride it in the mod class." I said, "Oh,
Yep.
Okay, so what does that entail? He goes, oh, you go against everybody that has every sort of part they would ever
Should have
possibly
been
need
more
on their bike.
prepared.
Yeah, well, now I have it all. It's okay. I only have to spend another $2,500.
I need to get my 110 going. Last time I rode it, I ghosted it on that stump at RV camp with Plessinger and those guys. And
Did you see Justin's? Justin's going to race that thing as is.
Not quite.
Nope. That's
No, I haven't decided.
that's his new downhill
I haven't
bike.
decided how I'm going to finish it.
That's your new downhill bike.
We could, yes. It's a little heavy, but
I don't
yeah,
know.
my little BBR 50 over there in the corner. She looks pretty now, kind of just as is without the other fluff added
Even
on.
has underglow or motor glow.
You know,
Moto
we've talked
glow.
about this. Has either of you raced Jared Steinke in the 80 class?
Like,
Back in the
No,
day,
but this
way back
got
in the
brought
day.
yeah,
up the
I think I
last
did.
time.
I mean, I know I did in
I
juniors, so I
don't
must have
remember.
raced him in
I
super
can't
minis.
remember yesterday.
Do you remember when he had a blinking light on his engine? When he raced Arena Cross, they wired in like a Christmas lights under his bike.
Sounds right.
So when he was on the throttle, it would blink, 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 and then he ran a bullseye in the back of his jersey.
Yeah, this got brought up. That's
Yeah.
what Kody needs to do downhill.
Blinking lights. Well, I could put them on the valve stems or the tires. But do you remember back? I don't know. You might remember BK Arena Cross when it was like you'd always smell the bikes that had the scented air filters. I was just thinking about this the other day. Do you never remember this? Oh yeah,
A scented air filter?
you'd be at Monroe Arena Cross
Have you
or
ever
something,
heard of this?
and you'd be
No.
on the gate, and all of a sudden you'd smell Charlie Cortez. So that name was his bike. Alan had like cotton candy flavors and
I'm going
strawberry
to buy
flavors.
some Febreze now.
Febreze.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna have scented muffler packing.
I've never heard
Yeah.
of a scented air filter.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if it was like a product that was specifically designed for it,
sure this-
or
I'm
if
gonna
it was
look
just
it up.
like some sort of Axe body spray deal. But yeah, it was a real thing. I remember it very well. It would be so much better than it'd be so much better than smelling all that 85 smoke.
I like how I totally skipped past the introductions and we're now into smelling air filters, but that's sometimes how this show goes. And we went from pineapple to smelling air filters. BK, you're a return guest.
Yep.
You were on here right before Washougal Nationals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one was that was fun. Kody, it's your first time on.
Yeah.
So for the people who don't know you though, you were 520, you're 250 now,
Yep.
national number,
Yep.
and you just won Paula.
That was a joke.
Was it?
Close
Well,
enough.
yeah, my bike's dirty. I just got back from Paula or Fox Raceway, and I don't want to wash that dirt off right there. I'm going to hang that bike tomorrow, and I went 1-2 for the overall.
Okay, so the number 250 rider, Brandon Kallberg, got his bike over here.
It's actually Riverdale, but
And Kody didn't bring a dirt bike though.
No,
But
he
you
don't even
are
have
a pro motocross and downhill rider?
Yeah. Retired moto, I would say, more or less now, but
Local, right?
Yeah, local for sure. I mean, I'll beat BK any day. And
Whatever,
yeah, about
dude.
5 years ago, I don't know. I came back from California, and a buddy of mine was like, "Yeah, we're going up and racing mountain bikes this weekend," and I haven't missed one since. That was actually, I think it was more 2013, so it was a lot more than 5 years ago. But
after how this last 4 months have gone, I'm going to get into downhill.
yeah, I told BK I was going to take him.
I don't think it's cheaper though.
Well, just stress-wise, and you have those months that are just terrible,
Yeah,
and you just lose the fun.
2020.
Yeah, I lost all the fun. Starting at that national weekend, I lost all the fun. It's been terrible. So I'm going to get a downhill bike. I need a credit card, though. They're spendy.
Yeah, they are not cheap. So what sold you on downhill?
What sold me on it? So when it started, it was the atmosphere, right? Just way more relaxed environment. Not everyone's there to kill each other, like in motocross. I remember the first race I was at. I just happened to take the shuttle up to the top, and all the pros were in it, and they were all taking shots of whiskey going up for their race run.
Nice.
And
I'm in.
I was like, this is great. Like, you would never see this at amateur or anything. And I mean, every single pro, maybe except for one, was just, we're just pounding them back. They had a whole bottle. They were just passing the little shot glass around in the back of a U-Haul at Port Angeles.
This sounds like flat track already.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
On top of that, getting into it a little bit more, started a mountain bike race team. That was pretty cool. That's doing really well. That kind of kept me in it. And 3 years after I started, I went pro and just kind of like a traveling circus. You know, the Northwest Cup is what it's called. And there's, I mean, man, at some races, was it last year, 2 years ago, just in the pro men class alone, we had 125 riders at Port Angeles alone. And I think there was upwards of 600 or 700 riders there just at one race, and it goes from Port Angeles, Idaho, Oregon, used to go to Montana but doesn't anymore, and we've been up to BC for it, raced all over the place, and it's just a hoot. You can't really get mad when you do really bad and you're still in the mountains with your buddies. You know, it's like skiing or snowboarding.
Super fair.
Right.
So you've done some pit bike races, would you say it's somewhat comparable, like the atmosphere thing? Or is it different?
So Kurt Gullickson, I'm sure he's watching, last year at your national, because you beat me. So I think, what was it? Liz was the
30-second
girl. And I don't know who was telling her to like, hey, go ahead and put the board up and go sideways, but he was talking to somebody. Well, the board was up and it was just up for a long time. And what I thought was super fun about that whole event was the racing was fun, the pit bikes were fun, but I mean, this was creeping up on a year ago, and Kurt is still giving me so much crap for saying I cheated on the starting line. So, if you do one this year, gates, please.
It's tough to go just putting gates.
They have gates.
Well, yeah,
Rubber band.
On the other end of the track. Yeah, the gates are expensive.
Rubber band.
Actually, the far start is already set up with a rubber band. The furthest track?
Yeah.
That one, I've actually considered, been tossed around if I can talk Dan at Riverdale into putting a mini bike track over there. Because the vintage guys race on whatever it's called, where the original OG Riverdale was.
Yeah.
So
The
over
best
there,
one.
yes, my favorite still.
Yeah.
So over there is where the vintage guys race, and it's already set up with a rubber band start.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so they take a left. We could just go a little further or zigzag, and they got a whole bunch of just extra little chunks there. We got room for a pit bike track.
Yeah.
We could put in the work. That would be kind of cool to run over there.
BK's got one now too, you know. And
Pit bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs some love. I don't know.
Well, it's your
Sweet.
pit bike, so.
Well, I got a new KLX 110,
Is it anything like your
but
big bike?
my tire's not there.
Kind of where I was going.
What? What'd you say?
Is it anything like your big bike?
Oh gosh, dirty? Yeah, I haven't washed it.
Well, last time you were on the show, you were like needing, I think, a muffler, a clutch cover,
'Kay.
graphics. You got graphics, and
You got some shout
That
outs,
bike's
BK.
good.
okay.
That's done. I got new graphics for
you
it.
have
and
tire
stuff.
marks on your graphics.
Yeah, that bike's
Yeah.
done.
Well, I went around some guy around the outside at Riverdale during that practice last weekend, or 2 weeks, whenever I rode,
Yeah.
and he thought he could hang and hit me. I'm like, thanks, bud. So there's tire marks going down my bike.
People do get a little agitated when you pass them.
It seems like BK
Definitely.
specifically.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
we'll just say arena cross.
Oh gosh.
Okay, which arena cross though? Because, for
None?
example, Monroe, the only
Yeah.
way to pass anyone is to pretty much touch them aggressively. Oh, that sounds
No.
bad. Hit them aggressively.
No, we made some passes there that are clean.
Some.
Everyone who passed me did it very aggressively. But
I'm gonna have to start
I
getting
don't
aggressive.
understand Monroe. Listen, I love to add a lot of fun. When they had 48 motos, it kind of threw me off, especially when we do it
Oh,
twice.
you're there till
Race
1
until
in the
12:30,
morning.
yeah.
Yeah, they went very, very long. I will say, they still go pretty fast. They have it down like clockwork. Like as soon as the last guys are getting off, go. Cool. I had fun. The 30 plus class, I was like, there's just one 30 plus. We have multiple pit bike classes, but just one 30 plus. Okay. So I'm on the line with a couple, no offense, squids,
Whoa.
and then a couple guys.
And the only way they can pass you is to get aggressive.
a couple guys with AMA cards.
Yeah.
And
That
we're,
sounds like
and we're
25
gonna
plus is the same.
and we're gonna rush down the entire length of this arena to a tight left-hand corner.
Yep.
Things got so hairy.
So last year we're racing 25 plus. 25 plus the same way.
Oh gosh.
And Jimmy Sagnis is lined up on the inside, and I'm just on the inside. I'm like, perfect. There's, we'll say 9 or 10 other people. I'm just going to push them all into the wall and get the whole shot and check out. Jimmy thought it would be a great idea to suck up the yellow flag into his rear wheel going into the first turn. So he did not have a chance to stop and literally boxed everybody off. And I'm looking at Phil, the guy that's working the checkered flag, going around the first turn, like, you're red flagging this, right? You've got a guy out here, not just with the flag, but Jimmy had the stick and everything flapping around his back wheel for almost the whole moto, and they didn't red flag it. And
he got the whole shot.
He almost, yeah, it was bad.
Stick and all.
Stick and all. No, it wasn't. It wasn't
didn't
just
pull
the
over.
flag. No. No.
You can't stop.
Phil didn't put the red flag out. He might as well have sucked the red flag up into his rear wheel. But yeah,
I'm done racing 25 plus arena cross and things like that. It gets.
Well, let's talk about speaking of pit bikes and arena cross, let's talk about the 40-man gate they do on arena cross for pit bike class.
I can't wait to
awesome.
join that because I'm going to smoke you.
It was kind of awesome.
I've got bars, so.
I'm coming in hot.
I had a lot of fun last time, just saying.
Eric Wanch.
Yeah,
might
I
as
was
well
just
have
going
been out there playing Call of Duty.
He'll bang off me like a ping pong ball too, just like the other guy.
He bent Ryan Bergley's shifter all the way around in a full 180. I don't know how he did it. And somehow on the last lap of one of those, because Eric was out there just completely hitting people, I went from 5th to 1st and won
I remember
the
that
Moto.
too.
Eric,
Thanks, Eric.
Eric is a lot of fun to watch, not a lot of fun to ride with.
No, no.
No.
I like it when you get a girl out there and they're just having fun in the pit bike class, and
Eric goes and takes him out.
and they're just getting T-boned.
Or the little kid. I don't know the kid's name. Anyone that's watching this has seen the pit bike races. A little kid on a Z50, and he always lines up outside of the gate, and whomever, I think it's Phil or whomever is at the end of the starting straight.
Oops.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm multitasking here. Go ahead.
That's all right. Usually the kid goes before the gate drops and gets about a half a start lead.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet until he's still in the first turn when everybody's catching him. I want to win. I'm out there to beat these little kids.
You ain't never gonna win, Kody.
Eric, when Eric wants to, he's almost impossible to beat indoors at that arena cross. Like, he's so good in the arena cross type setup on a pit bike. Like,
You tell that to Carson.
Well, his pit bike's not even a pit bike; it's a 450.
okay, there is Carson, but I've seen Wanch clean Carson out when he's close. But
I watched Colin do that too, but I don't know.
on a big bike,
Yeah.
that I've seen them have some fun races. I mean, I get anxiety watching it.
I can't watch the pro. I know I'm friends with too many people. Like every time I'm watching a 450 or 250 pro race,
It's so fun.
no, I don't want to do. People were telling me all last year, you need to race pro. You're sandbagging 25 plus. I'm like, man, this is just dangerous, man.
Especially arena cross. Outdoors, people can kind of start stretching out and finding their place.
Right.
Arena cross is ping pong.
I mean, I got cleaned out by Jody Berry, and I wasn't even racing. I know she's watching this. I had to bring it up. Straight cleaned me out 2 years ago. I lost the overall because of it.
Why are you in the same class?
No, I wasn't. Holly was.
He
I
was
was watching.
spectating.
Oh, you were spectating. Wait. So you were
Yeah.
watching and
Oh,
Jody
here we
Berry
go.
hit you?
She hit a group of us. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I call her Comet now because of it. It's kind of kamikaze.
I got to give her kudos for the amount. Okay, let me rephrase this properly.
She hits the ground hard and always comes back.
Yeah, she's got to be made out of rubber. Basically, she's hit the ground
Yeah.
a lot, and I've seen a lot of them. And she just bounces up, and like, okay, let's go.
It's crazy.
I'm getting slower on my get-ups.
I don't get up.
You're
very
doing
well.
good, bud.
I know, it's getting bad.
I gotta go splat. Like, I got a good tuck and roll. If I don't get the roll going,
That's why you ride pit bikes now. You're closer to the ground.
yes.
No. I'm scared. I wrote Mason Davis, we're at Grace Harbor, and he's like, hey, let's go ride the bark track on the 110s. And I tried this jump he's doing, and second time hitting it, I'm full Indonesia over the bars on my head, cartwheel. So I'm done with pit bikes.
You know who's
for a
good on a
bit.
Tyler Pit bike? Tyler Villapoto.
They're all
He's
those
an
little guys.
animal.
So I was
I'm too
watching him
big.
destroy Vic's. What has she got? KLX 140 or something. And we were over on the BART track a couple weeks ago when you were out there, and he was hitting stuff that, like, we went over there in the UTV, we were watching him. I was like, Tyler, what are you doing? He's got like he's fully committed. He might as well be, you know, racing his brother at Supercross, but he's out here on a KLX 140 pretending he's in Supercross, and he never put his foot down. I mean, he was standing up with his feet on the pegs. It was absolutely
On your
insane.
toes.
Tyler's an animal on a pit bike. A lot of people don't remember, but like, you know, back in the OG days, like 08, 09, when there was a lot of money to race pit bikes. I actually got his old engine. I think, well, I rode his bike. I don't know how he rode it. That thing was tall, twitchy, and
He
No
didn't
idea.
ride anything.
but I got his engine, and it was a full Logan built 138. We dynoed at 18.6 horse. 12 years ago, that was insane.
Right.
I was whole shotting some boys on that. But his bike, I rode the actual bike, like, how does he ride this? Because I just watched him the day before throw whips on this,
Yeah.
and he did like the BMX style, the one-footed, like laid out whips and
Yeah.
everything. Like, how is he doing that?
Kid's nuts.
Yeah, he was crazy, but I don't know if he just never really seemed to take things serious. He'll just do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, and have fun. And
I like Tyler just for that. I mean, I actually race downhill with him now, and he's all fully, him and Seth and a couple of his other buddies were, he's telling me a little while ago, he's like, dude, you got to come over to my house. We got downhill trails now. I'm like, sick, where? He's like, well, I got one ripping through my mom's garden. I said, what? He's like, yeah, I got a corner, like a slap corner going right through my mom's garden, but it's perfect because we made the garden really nice around the trail. But
I love that.
He is, if there's a great combination of two people to explain fire and ice, it's me and him on downhill bikes, because he is just all over the place, you know, landing sideways off jump. I watched him blow up 2 rear wheels in 2 runs last year at finals. Just all over the place, never seems to crash. And meanwhile, I'm right behind him and I'm just kind of floating and hanging out. And people are like, man, I don't know how you guys are the same speed when you don't look like you're trying nearly as hard. And I said, well, I must be stupid to be going that speed.
I'm going to have to show him how it's done. I'm buying a bike tomorrow.
So you're going to do it. You're going to try it out.
I need to. Hey, if anyone's watching this that has a bike I could ride for Starvation Ridge coming up, I need a bike. I'm going solo for 25 hours nonstop.
Let's get into this. I got questions.
Okay.
First off, what made you want to do that?
It's just something I've wanted to do.
Have you ever rode for 24 hours straight on anything?
I've stayed up.
Okay, that's a start. But have you even like driven a car for 24 hours?
Oh, yeah. Not straight, but I was up.
BK, that's like saying, oh yeah, I got 4,000 hours on my truck.
I
drove
got
for 4,000
this.
hours.
I'm dead serious. I'm
Okay,
gonna do
we're
it.
working on this. Okay. Cody, have you
Have a what?
done 24 hours?
No, because I'm smart. I have done 6 straight on my own.
He ain't smart.
And that was, as BK would say, not good.
Not good.
It was really, really bad. In fact, I don't remember driving home, and that was only in Monroe. When Brent was doing at Evergreen, he had the 6-hour Ironman Enduros. And I was like, yeah, I can go 6 hours, no problem. And like I said, I do not remember driving home. So the fact that you're going to drive home from Eddyville after riding for not 24 hours.
I'm gonna
BK,
have a mechanic, Cody. I ain't driving home after that.
What's he going to do? Force feed you Red Bulls the whole time? You ain't doing it.
I'm gonna ride, and then I got, T-Flow, Tommy Flora might help me. Hopefully. I asked him, didn't get a solid answer yet. But I'm gonna round up some people.
When
I
is
need a
it?
bike, I just need a headlight.
I got lights.
I need light bars. I need that flashing engine light for sure.
What are you going to do for nutrition?
Call Rhino Power.
Okay, good. Okay, we're on a good
And
start here.
I got my meal preps. I'll have my meal preps. And I'm just gonna eat a lot.
Okay, if you do this, you need to come do the 24-hour pit bike ride with me.
I'm on.
Okay.
Is that before or after?
It's way after. It's mine's
Okay,
like
so I'll do
April.
both. I'll do
April,
it on
May.
my pit bike.
So I messaged the stump jumpers, Desert 100 people last year.
Stump jumpers.
And I said, hey, in a more professional message. I said, hey, do you guys have a pit bike class? Doesn't have to be the full 100, but just a 50-mile pit bike class. And that guy told me no. And I said, I got people that would be willing to sign up for it, myself included. I'm all in.
Yeah, but they'd probably get stuck.
No, I know a couple guys who've done it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They entered the, I think, 200 class they have, or 200, 250
Sure.
class amateur, you know. They
When
finished.
is the starvation?
Starvation is way.
It's coming up. It's
3
like
weeks,
on
a
Halloween, right?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
Usually right around Halloween, so it's coming.
So I
right
got
up.
like 2 weeks to prep.
that
and
course
find a
is
bike.
that course is better than the Desert 100 though.
Yeah, well, it's prepped.
The Desert 100 has a lot of those big baby head rocks.
Right.
And
I gotta find
tears
a
your bike
bike.
up.
And I got to find a head. I can't ride that.
So you're saying in 2 weeks, we'll say 2 weeks, if it is right, we'll, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll say 2 weeks. You need to go from, hey, I need help. I don't just need help with a bike. I need to find a whole bike. Do you even have a Camelback?
Dad does in the
Cool.
shop
Okay,
somewhere. I
so
might need to dust off the cobwebs, but
Cross that
that'll
60
work.
bucks off the list.
Yep, and then
then
I need to hire Bobby to come follow me for the 24 hours. That'd be a cool little video.
25.
25. It's 25. I'm in. He's in.
Okay,
So
so you
if
got a
I
filmer.
can, so I got a filmer. I got a. Now I need, because I'm
I'll watch
dead
it.
serious. I need helmet with headlights and stuff. I'm gonna need.
If I had a bike, I would actually halfway consider, even though I haven't ridden in 3 months, but I would halfway consider doing it. But I already once a year do a 24-hour straight. And I got chased by cats last time.
I asked Tia what I need to do, and she said heart and will. So
So you got that.
I don't got none of that. No, I
check
don't.
and check. Done. You can
So-
race for 48
You
hours.
asked for advice from a girl
Yeah, she does a lot of that off-road stuff.
at a slightly different pace.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Tia's
I love you,
faster.
Tia.
I don't know.
Tia's actually been on the show. I'm just giving her a hard time.
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably just go cruise around for 25 hours. My goal would be to not stop.
See, the problem us motocrossers have is turning the
Yeah.
dial back so
I
we don't
can't
go
do that.
crazy.
BK,
So-
you don't understand.
I need a bike back. I'm doing it. I don't care.
You need to get on Craigslist and find an XR400.
No, way too heavy. If anything, you'd want to get a 450, but what is it, the X model Yamaha
Oh,
or the KTM's?
I can borrow
whatever.
your bike.
My bike.
Yeah, you just got that new 450. I put a tank on it. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Kody.
Well, I mean, anytime. I will let you know, though. No.
I'll ask your fiance.
Don't.
I
Please don't. Please don't.
How'd we go from talking about three-wheelers last time, or what, sidecar bikes, and now you're going to just randomly do a
25 hour on the side hack.
I called him today and said, hey, I'm bringing it up on the show. I want to do that 25-hour race.
You
Bad.
did on the way here. We had an hour phone call about it. You
We
only need to
did.
have
I was stuck in
24 more of
traffic.
those phone calls.
I need to do it. And I'm going to win it. I think.
Unless Tia does it. Or unless anybody else signs up.
I wonder how many people do the Ironman.
The Summerlins do it. They do a team.
60
yeah,
to 80
it's a team of
usually.
6.
Well, they do a husband and wife team. I think Michelle and Dylan did it maybe a year ago. I think the two of them did it. Or maybe Michelle did
I'm
an
doing it
all-girls team.
solo, and I'm going to go.
2 laps.
Not only am I going to win, I'm going to beat everybody, even the teams.
Adam Metzler tried that back in the day.
Didn't work.
He did pretty decent. He held the track record for a while, but he did not beat the teams.
He probably faded hard like I'm going to hit a wall.
I heard he was dead for a while.
So,
Steve Corey, I don't know if he ever beat it, but that was Steve Corey's dream was to beat him. Because I don't know, do you know Steve? Do you guys know Steve Corey?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, Steve
Speaking
Corey.
of arena
I'm bad
cross,
with
we
names.
go way back.
Steve Corey's probably in his later 50s, still trying to get him on the podcast. Steve, I know you're watching. Sorry, I think later 50s, buddy. He's won it several times, Ironmanning. And
He told me he'd help me do Baja 1000 solo. That's another
he's
one
an
of mine.
animal.
Okay, Mouse
He
McCoy.
just doesn't get tired. And Steve doesn't look like a physical specimen. He's just a guy, and he does on a DRZ 400.
Exactly.
That's
And
BK.
He just
Where's the
doesn't
cookies?
stop.
Where's the cookies?
No cookies. We do not eat cookies yet. We can do some cookies with hot sauce on the after show.
Oh no.
I used to,
But
when Steve used to do Clark County,
yep.
I used to help him put up banners, and I remember I stayed the night with Justin Klanchnik in that arena in a Snuggie.
One
I
Snuggie?
stayed up for 24 hours.
One
no,
Snuggie?
no, dude. No, we were obviously.
We're gonna cold call Justin Klanchnik on the after show. I'm
Do
gonna
it.
ask him.
We used to sit not in the same Snuggie.
Okay, you had your own
Okay.
Snuggies.
Here we go.
But I was training for this race. I was up for 24 hours.
BK, I'm sorry, bud. I love our friendship, but you have been at my house. So this happened. Arena Cross last year, he's
gosh.
sitting on my couch. And he's like, I'm going to do a suicide no-hander. And he
I
takes
threw
his
my
hands and he
shoulder
goes
out.
like this. And he straight up threw his elbow. Just pulled it.
Wasn't me.
It was bad. And now he's saying, this is 1 year later. You've been on a diet now for 3 weeks. So, you know.
2.
Sorry. Wouldn't want to give you credit where it isn't due. 2 weeks. And
Now I'm going to McDonald's for dinner.
and we're going, not we. No, I'm not going. You are going to start.
You brought it up. I got my meal prep in the truck.
Okay, let's go into the meal prep here.
Uh-oh.
What's your meal prep here for the 24-hour? Like, what are we gonna do?
McDonald's.
Eat.
That's not gonna go well. Listen, I've done a few 24-hour rides
On a
here.
pit bike.
Well, Rhino Power Mana Bars.
You gotta understand. I think a pit bike's worse.
Yeah,
It
you're
sounds
correct.
great.
100%.
It sounds great until you're about 4 or 5 hours in, and you realized your back hurts. And
Well,
so
my
then you
back
sit
hurts
down
sitting
more.
here, so I'm really screwed.
We start around 5, 6 p.m. By the time you hit morning, you can't even sit down. Your butt's so raw, and you realize I'm only halfway through.
So I've been doing a lot of mountain bike rides lately. Speaking of nutrition and all that diet.
You don't even eat.
So I don't know. I'm trying to lose weight. So so I've been doing a lot of mountain bike rides lately. And my neighbor, Ricky Russell, he's factory GNCC.
He knows how to ride.
Nah. So
It's all right.
he
That's who I need to call.
yeah. Don't.
Okay.
No. He'll kill you. So
I'm gonna do it.
I did. Him and his buddy went on a 55-mile enduro bike ride from the house. They just straight up left from their
Okay.
house, and I was like, okay, I can beat that. Whatever. So a couple days later, it's a nice day, and I'm home about 10 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I'm going for an enduro bike ride. Ended up being gone for 8 hours. Rode 57 miles. Could not sit on my seat after about 20 miles.
Yep.
BK, you'll need to listen because Ricky filled me in on this. So he comes over the next day, and not only did I lose because he informed to tell me that his GPS started a little late, and they actually did 7.5 miles or something,
Yep.
I was within a mile off. But he's like, "Do you have a like road bike spandex that has
I have 'em.
like padding for your butt?" And I said, "Well, no, why?" And he goes, "How did you even get 20 miles in without that?" So when you find a bike, make sure that you get a really soft seat foam.
On my dirt bike?
Yeah, because
Yep.
you're going to be sitting down a lot.
On your toes. I'm gonna be standing. I'm doing squats.
On
this
your
week.
toes. Okay, Tommy Leak.
Hey, it works.
On
and
your
trust
toes.
me, I am gonna
You
show
are
up.
for 24 hours.
You
24
definitely look like a
hours.
ballerina. I think
Yeah.
you got it.
You need to definitely find. I agree with everything he just said, and you also need to buy a bottle. It's about yay big. It's yellow. It's called monkey butt powder. Okay, trust me. Put that on everything.
Whole body.
Well, I put it in my helmet. I put it in my helmet and my gloves.
I can't do that.
I will eat literally. Okay, so I don't have any hair, and I was
I'm about
getting
there.
chafing in my helmet. Like I had wherever the foam was a little harder, it was like literally rubbing it raw on my head.
I'm doing this.
It
so
sucked.
I
your gloves,
I got
for
2
sure.
weeks to prep for this, and I don't even have a bike, so I got to figure it out.
You're
And
going to be
I'll
like
send
Jake
you-
Anstad, showing up for the 125 Dream Race on a bike that we couldn't figure out where he got it.
Yeah.
You need.
Someone will.
I will make you a list of a few things.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll make you a list of a few things. Okay, he won't. He'll just gonna let you just do whatever and die.
Yep.
Well, hey,
You.
Metzler did this right, but now I'm going 25 hours.
You're the best.
That was a long time ago, but if
Extra.
you know where he is, hit him up because he went really, really fast the whole time.
He's always really, really fast. And
I was impressed
guarantee-
if actually, I think, no, Tiger Lacey was on a team.
Yeah, motorsport.
He was on a team, but Ironman,
does.
Adam Metzler went out there and threw down, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna bonk. He's gonna bonk. He's
And he
gonna
didn't
die."
bonk.
I think he was bonking, and I think he was delirious, but he finished.
BK,
and
you're delirious right now thinking you're
Yeah, I'm
able to do it.
delirious every day, so I should be good to go.
Bingo.
Exactly.
That's it.
Just go out and wick it. We're going to be good. Oh, I'm going to be that dude that cartwheels first lap on mile 2.
That's usually me too.
Yeah, but we'll make it work. I just got to find a pit crew.
Everything. You got to find
Literally
everything.
everything.
So I'm dead serious about it. This, and I want to do Baja 1000 solo,
You'd have to beat me.
like Mickey Mouse or whatever his name is. Mouse McCoy.
Mouse McCoy. Close enough, though. You know, close enough.
Oh my God.
I want to know what gives you these ideas. What, like, I can kind of appreciate him because I sometimes do dumb things, but like,
Better do it before I have a family.
okay, I can't argue. Okay.
Because I know if I ever get a wife one day, which probably ain't going to happen, then she's going to probably say no. You ain't riding the Baja 1000 solo. Yes, I am.
Just get your wife out of college. She's all for it.
I need to rent a helicopter.
Are you going to do the Baja 1000 in a helicopter? If that's the case, you got it.
Wait, what's the helicopter for? To video
To
you?
chase me.
Bobby's got
That's
it.
how the factory teams do it.
Bobby's
Helicopters are not cheap.
got it. Neither is
I
BK.
know a guy.
All right, so I'm never
Mickey
doing
Mouse.
Baja. I don't know if you understand the kind of crap that goes down in Baja.
It's not good.
They got people who literally will run
Yeah.
out and like 20 families go and dig
Yep.
holes,
I know.
and then they wait
I've got
and
a.
hide behind the dirt and take
Yeah,
pictures
it's
as
not
you
good.
I've
go in the
got
hole.
on my wall at my house. BK's seen it. I've got a framed magazine cover, the last cover that Kirk Caselli was on, and it's all just stapled right on my wall.
Yeah.
Same deal, just like Justin was talking about. Some POS family, for lack of better words. Same deal. Just, oh yeah, we got. He'll be fine. But hey, you know what? For the Instagram,
I'm
let's go
doing
dig
it.
this hole.
Yeah,
And I know Bobby's in, so we're going to go.
Have you talked to Steve about this?
I got to call him. I've actually talked to him a long time ago about Baja, and I was dead serious.
He convinced me
It's
to
just-
never do it with him. Oh yeah.
Why did he
that's all-
convince me that he must not care about me?
I don't know, man, but he told me my biggest fear, honestly, is outside of the holes and the random. He's like, every year at least one person gets shot, and all that stuff.
That'd be
on-
me.
Well,
He's
it's because
like,
you're going to
I'd
mouth
get
off
hit
to the
with a
wrong
car.
person.
He's like, you got to understand, those trucks are way faster than you.
Yeah, they
He's
come
like,
up
your
hot.
speed bump. He's like, they're going 120 and floating across the bumps.
Maybe we should build a Baja truck and
Steve's got a welder.
It's like the trucks are what scare you because you're just a speed bump at that point.
well, I'll move over.
They come up on you hot though.
You better get a bike with blinkers on it and tassels, and a sign that says, "I promise I'm not in the race. Don't hurt me."
So starvation's for sure. Let's start with that. See how that goes.
All right, good start. To be fair, that's a better start than Baja.
But I'm dead serious. I got a couple. So if anybody's out there that wants to help, I'm dead serious.
In a
on
couple
it.
weeks.
In a couple weeks, I'm going for it. I got Bobby on board. I wanted to make it like a film, and Cody's going to be there with the snacks to keep me going. I was thinking like cookies, Rice Krispie treats, things like that.
Whipped cream,
Whipped cream.
hot cocoa,
Yep.
Bro, that's angry.
Pancakes, carbs.
You know what?
spaghetti.
Yep.
Do you even know? Justin doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand what it's like to be a big boy. BK, you got to eat what your body tells you it
You
wants.
want. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
You don't get it, Justin.
Yeah.
No, I tried to do that last night and it didn't go well. I wanted to make a pasta taco.
I've been wanting stuff
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, and
So I made
BK likes those. He likes the Choco tacos.
no, this was worse. This was like steak and pad thai.
ooh, chicken
and
pad thai, #2 spice.
What
from
else? I
Bangkok
put
Thai,
some random
my
stuff in it.
favorite.
I wrapped it all up and I regretted it within 5 minutes. And yeah. So no, I don't always listen to your stomach. It can steer you wrong.
That's a lie. My stomach's never steered me wrong.
Dude, I'm
Cody
like a
wakes
6 month
up in the
pregnant
morning.
chick.
I'm like, "What'd you have for breakfast, Cody?" Avocado and a banana. I'm like, what?
So
And then he
That's
goes
solid.
Okay.
Then he goes and rides 240 miles.
So okay. So we have to talk about this. So Sean Donnelly.
Oh gosh. He
We
got
won't go
us
too far
going.
into it, but maybe we'll say 2 weeks ago, right
Yeah.
around 2 weeks ago, he sends a group message to BK and I, and he goes, "I want you two to do a weight loss challenge."
I've already been started.
He clearly
for a week and a
couldn't
half.
think of anyone else in the motocross world that's bigger than us two, so he figured he might as well just have it be between BK and I. So I'm like, okay, what's the whatever? And he goes, there's no reward, there's no end goal, there's no end limit.
Can I change that?
There is. I've already started. That's what they don't get.
But that's So BK
Okay, go
about
ahead.
a week before, BK is texting me. He's like, dude, I'm going back on my diet. I'm training, bro. I'm getting ready. I'm
I want
training.
to lose 40 pounds.
I'm trying to lose like what did you say your weight was the other day? 114.7 or something.
114.9.
Kilograms?
No pounds. And then he
Pounds.
quickly added
Training.
another 100 onto that. But yeah, so Sean's like, hey, I want you guys to do a weight loss. You might know. Someone just texted me. He's like, I want you guys to do a weight loss challenge. And again, I don't know what the reward is.
Cody weighed in at 380.
Yeah,
Not good.
so seriously though, I've been telling people for the past like 5 years that I weigh 225 because I haven't weighed myself in 5 years. Well, I ended up being 244, and I was like, oh boy, this is more than I thought. Not much more, but more than I thought for not weighing myself in 5 years. So, I'm like, here we go. So I got to beat BK, who's already, basically the Ryan Hughes of diets. How am I going to do this? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to start riding my bike every day, and not just for an hour, but I think I've been clocking in about 3 hours a day, roughly like close to 2,000 calories burned a day.
And he's eating 12.
And I'm eating. I was like, I don't care how I do it, how I get there. I just have to beat BK. And so that was about a week ago on Thursday, I was 244. By that Wednesday, I was 237, and today I weighed in at just under 236.
Wait till he gets down to like 212, or where I'm at, because I'm on that. Like, if I lose 10 more pounds, it's going to be kind of harder, because I still have to eat enough to ride and with work.
But there's no incentive here
Nope.
other than pride.
Other than to not get arm pump on that.
I had to shift my two-stroke down going up Horsepower Hill during Top Gun. So there's an incentive for me.
There's an incentive for me
I don't have
too.
electron carbs, so I need to shout out.
We'll see.
I need one of
Well,
those.
The thing apparently is the stick. Everyone's going to the stick. I got to try. I have not tried it personally yet. Have you
What are
seen
you talking about?
What's the
for
stick?
the carbs? STIK, the stick. Oh, I'm gonna have to show you afterwards.
Okay.
Half the price of Electron, self-leveling.
Are you talking about a carburetor?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Oh.
No, you were saying Electron, right?
Yeah.
The stick.
Oh,
Jimmy just got
oh,
one.
we're talking about a bike. I thought we were talking about a diet thing.
Yeah, I thought you were talking
I'm
about
like,
like some
oh,
protein.
Well, he brought up his Electron.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, you got to check out the
Well,
sticks.
Jimmy Sagnas
stick will make me lose weight.
I'm jealous. I want one.
I'm gonna show you the hot ticket. That's half the price. I'm telling you. Oh,
I don't care if you put nitrous on it. It's your bike. I don't care if you put nitrous on it, as long as I can not have to shift down going up Horsepower Hill. I'm all in. I don't know how I beat those sticks riding those other 252 strokes.
we got to understand some of those dudes out there in the two strokes weigh nothing.
No, the kid I was racing with from Southern California couldn't have weighed 150 pounds. And I don't think any kid that beat me, I think Seth Karate
Yeah.
got the overall, and I think he's got to weigh, he's a little bigger.
about
in
buck 80
comparison.
probably,
Yeah.
buck 70.
He's not even a buck.
No?
He's a little.
He was definitely the second biggest one, and he's pure muscle.
He ain't no Austin Black.
Yeah, it's funny. Like you go race, I swear the 450 class, nothing matters. Whatever, rock and roll. I mean, look at Politelli.
I got pulled.
Hey,
Look
okay, so speaking of diets,
Austin, I'm sorry, Austin. I love you, and I sponsor Austin. By the way, if you guys want Austin Politelli swag, 110clothing.com. He's a big boy.
he's the one who got me, him and Krista are the ones that got me going on this diet 2 weeks ago.
Politelli?
Yes. So we're doing all plant-based. So I haven't had meat in like 2 weeks.
That's sad.
I know, but I feel
How's
good.
that work
I'm getting
with going to
there.
McDonald's tonight?
That's
We're
not real
not.
meat.
I
It's
brought
totally
my meal
different.
prep. Brought my meal prep.
Okay.
So,
My point
But
being,
they're the
he goes
ones-
just fine.
right, but when he gets ready for Supercross, he cuts down a lot. he gets lean. He's a bigger dude like me.
Leaned out,
So-
he's still one of the biggest guys on the track.
Exactly.
He's just built big. He's not
Right.
a little dude.
And that's
you
why
stand next to him. He's fairly tall. He's built bigger.
And that's why I'm trying what I'm trying. Works for him and see if it works
I just
for
want to
me.
get to that in-between point where I'm fast, but still having as much fun as Robert Haymaker.
Oh, that pit
But you
bike
guys have
race.
no incentive or no? Oh.
No,
I
don't have an
Mine's,
incentive.
I gotta get,
Okay, no,
yeah.
like between the two
I
of you,
want to be
though.
able to ride a 250F in a
I get the
Cross.
incentive to like get in shape, but you guys didn't like set any fun side bet or.
No.
No.
Or we could do a hot sauce chug or something. I mean,
Well,
That'll
you
work right
did
now.
get me here. You said so Justin tells us a couple days ago, he's like, yeah, I'm bringing this 6 million Scoville, this is the end hot sauce, whatever. Well, BK
Yeah, I've
and I
been
started looking this
sweating
up.
it all week.
YouTube shows people throwing up, fainting, and basically saying this is the worst 30 minutes of their life. So I'm prepping for this. Like, I'm not putting ranch on any of my buffalo chicken strips, nothing. Like, I'm going full
Yep.
pull, and
that's how you.
I put Tabasco
was-
on my
Yeah.
plant-based chicken.
Yep. And so we get here today. Justin's like, yeah, I didn't bring it. I thought it'd be way too gnarly for you guys. Well, today I was sitting in my house. I'm like, how hot is this in comparison to something else that's hot? So I go on Google, and I'm like, how hot is, or how many Scovilles is mace, like pepper spray? And they said pepper spray can go from anywhere between 2 million and 5,300,000 Scovilles. And this in the end hot sauce is 6 million.
Hey, we are gonna have to follow up on another show down the road with that hot sauce.
I was excited.
So am I allowed to say what hot sauce we got now?
We'll do it on the after show. If
Okay.
people really want to zoom in, they can see what we got. We're going to go. I don't want to say the names on this one, but we will be doing it for the
Kody
after
will be
show.
saying it tomorrow.
And I think these will be definitely sufficient. 2 of them are 1 million Scoville. So
That's nothing. I was expecting 6 times that.
That's
yeah, look at it. Like it's
What is that? What is that? Ranch, basically?
Yeah, it's basically ranch. So we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Justin takes a chip. Before we started, he puts a small dab on a chip and eats it. I'm like, how is it? He goes, oh, it's fine. And as soon as he says that, he starts coughing.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a little zip. It's like a little pepper.
So
to
does
it.
Tabasco.
Yeah, yeah. It's got just
Yeah.
But it'll
You know-
be fun.
You know what we
And-
got to talk about though?
What?
Active.
Oh.
Something we've been dancing around every other subject I think we could possibly get to.
Yeah.
No, we've had some Moto Mondays where we went down the path of aliens, flat Earth. Can you ride off the end of the Earth?
Oh, BK's,
I can.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
we've gone down
I
some
love
weird
that video.
I'm
paths.
gonna
Nitro
do it
Circus.
during the 25-hour race.
Well,
I'm
who do
gonna
you
be
think?
so
Who do you think
tired.
tests all of Travis Pastrana's jumps? BK, the man. No
Yep.
parachute into the Grand Canyon. That's why he's so fat.
I have called Ryan.
Oh god.
Okay, you know what? Let's just go back into active. So you
Yes.
guys are working with active.
Yeah. So
Clothing company, Northwest based, right?
Motocross Gear Company
Motocross Gear Company,
Yeah.
Northwest based.
out of Monroe. Yeah. Recently, Davis Law bought it over. We'll say, I don't know exactly how many months. Earlier this year, more or less beginning of this year. And it's been rocking, man. So in the background, I think on
We
the
got a few
TV,
sets. Yep. We got
some of the prototype sets we've got. First off, we started the downhill, or started a venture into downhill mountain biking, which I don't know who would have pushed that amongst Davis, but I'm super excited for it. So that'll be pretty sweet. I know a lot of people in the mountain bike world are really excited. We've got Tommy Flores stuff over here that BK robbed from him a couple days ago.
Yep.
That's the camo stuff.
It's a new set that's coming out.
And it's all supposed to be here right around the end of the month, assuming COVID doesn't mess with UPS or FedEx too much. There's a black and white set on the far left. There's gloves to go with every color, so
Yep.
it's not like you're just getting black gloves with it. The mountain bike stuff has shorts. It all has, or the pants and the shorts have pockets in them. There's also a few other sets that we didn't get a chance to put up there just because there wasn't enough room.
I've been wearing this stuff since Top Gun, and I talked to Davis and went over to him, and he's the new stuff's gonna be super cool.
It's awesome.
So I'm wearing it, and it's holds up very well. It's super comfortable.
What we've
It
noticed
is
too
super
is
comfortable.
all of the girls are saying the same thing. It's not like, oh, it fits okay, but it's loose here, it's tight there, or whatever. All of the girls are saying it is perfectly comfortable.
Yep.
So does it have a lot of like the stretch panels and stuff? Then I'm looking
Yeah.
at it, and it's a slimmer fit look, but how it looks like it's put together is it's kind of more of that. Is it more of like a stretch pants?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've ran Fox, Thor, Troy Lee, you name it, I've worn it. That stuff is honestly like wearing pajamas for the pants. It is super comfortable.
There's enough room in the crotch, which is nice. A lot of my pants I have a problem.
Yeah, I'm looking
Keep
at
going,
like
BK.
I'm looking at
Why
the,
you gotta make it weird?
You started laughing, man. I'm just listening to what you
But
said.
I'm looking at the panels, and I definitely checking out because I actually started a gear company. A lot
Yeah.
of people don't know. A few years ago, I started, never got my stuff out for sale because that's when I realized, oh, there's a lot of people doing this, and there's a few local companies. I'm like, yeah, I do enough oddball stuff. I don't need to
Right.
jump in it. Let's be real. I have a lot of side ventures. I don't need to jump into the gear company too and be another
Right.
competitor to other people. So, but I did enough to really learn a lot about the construction of stuff.
Right.
And I'm just looking at it, and I can tell they got a lot of, just out like this, especially the knees, and it looks like.
Yep.
I love the flex stuff. Like, nothing against Fox. I have a couple sets of Fox now. It's a little stiffer. But the Fly, I've been a Fly guy for years. I like the hydrogen gear because they went towards more of that stretch.
Right.
Where it's a little slimmer, but it moves more.
If I had to compare it to anything, I'd say for the mountain biker's standpoint, the pants and the shorts are really similar to a company called Royal Racing out of the UK, somewhere over there.
I don't know them, but I don't know my
And then
downhill.
from the motocross side, it would kind of be like wearing, I don't know, I want to say like anywhere from like the late 08 era Thor gear. Just super comfortable, baggy. There's a lot thicker. This isn't nearly as thick in the pants wise, but it's just super comfortable, man. Like I'll catch myself at the downhill races. 'Cause we don't wear knee braces, so it's not like, it's super uncomfortable all day. I'll catch myself at the downhill races not changing until I'm straight up going to bed. And Davis also wanted me to mention that we have a limited edition coming. We had some fall throughs with some companies, and we have a 50 order limited edition set coming right.
I can't wait to get it.
I'm pretty stoked. I've got my hands on
What
it
kind of
already.
colors?
It's the white and black stuff that you can see here, flopped.
So black and white.
Yeah,
or
it's
white to black,
yeah,
black and white.
just invert the colors on it, and it is rad. I'll show you a picture.
Well,
I won't show anybody else a picture, but also I'll show Justin a picture because I got it right here somewhere. And I told Davis I'd show Justin and nobody else, but it'll hit the site, and when it does, and there's gloves to go
It'll
with
be
it too. Yeah, 50. It's all same price. Unfortunately, none of the sponsors riders are getting a deal on it. It's just a flat price.
I like it.
Yeah, super
I like
rad.
it.
And again, there's 50 of them, and that's it. So once you got it, you got it. We're
Yep.
not making any more of it. Pretty excited for it. Already got my hands on it.
So now tell me, as someone who does motocross and downhill,
Yeah.
is there a difference in the gear, or is it the same pretty much gear? Other than I know some guys rock the shorts, but some guys still
the
rock
shorts
pants,
have
right?
a foam pocket.
Yeah, so the shorts have a foam pocket, which is pretty sweet. That in itself is unique, where I kept telling Davis, I said, dude, we need at least one pocket in the moto pants. Nobody does it, and there's so many people that ride trails
I know
that
Neil's
would
doing
use it.
now.
Like JJ Broswell rides with his phone so he can listen to music when he rides moto or trail or whatever. I know for like me riding pit bikes, it would be cool just to go out there and whatever, goof around. But yeah, so mountain bikers, almost all of them ride with their phones or wallets or cash or whatever. So the pocket aspect is unique. As far as the difference in gear goes, the big one is obviously we don't wear boots. We have performance shoes. Some of the crazies won't wear DOT approved helmets. I'm wearing a full motocross helmet, motocross
He
goggles.
can't hit his head again.
Yeah, it's not good.
Join the club.
He's already not
So,
smart.
no, all in all, it's like 95% the same. The shoes are the big difference.
So very similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I obviously know boots, but like the pants and the jersey and the
all-
gloves,
it's all the
pretty much the
same.
same.
So-
I've noticed the helmets though seem to be a lot more lightweight version.
The biggest difference from the mountain bike stuff that you would see in comparison to the moto stuff is that there isn't leather inside the knees.
Oh, really?
Nope, because there's nothing to grip onto.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's just a little bit more flexible.
So do any of them still run the Moto pants just because?
Yeah,
or some people
I ran
do?
7 as a sponsor for a couple of years, and yeah, I was running Moto
Does it
stuff.
mess with like how you're pedaling and all that? No.
Not in the grand schemes. It's just a little bit more like
Slightly
for
more
the
annoying.
active stuff where the leather would be. It's just vented.
Gotcha. So Active has a bike version, or
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
downhill
yeah,
version
it's-
where it's this very similar pants, but they remove. That's the main difference.
It's that's from the visual standpoint. That's the main one. The pockets are added. The leather is gone, and the area down by your ankles is maybe about an inch longer, so it goes all the way to your shoes. So visually, you wouldn't be able to see a difference in that on a rider, but it's there.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense.
But that's about it. Like all in all, gear-wise, it's 95% the same. We don't wear knee braces because we're obviously using our knees a lot more to pedal. It just wouldn't work very well. Don't wear boots. Helmets, hopefully everyone's wearing a Moto helmet at this point because, I mean, it's gnarly. I was 4 years ago, I was at Mount Hood and went 40 miles an hour into a rock garden. It was pretty wild. Broke bars, stem, frame, you name it. It was pretty much ripped the whole front of the bike off.
Yeah, but aren't these things mostly built for speed and not necessarily holding together and like impact?
Well, at that point in time, I was riding a carbon bike. So they obviously don't have as much flex in the frames. So when it did hit, it hit hard. I mean, I still have the bars hanging up on my garage. It was pretty bad. But I mean, I was wearing a Fly F2 Moto helmet and was literally picking pieces of it off of the trail.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And,
Do a lot of guys run the carbon bars?
oh, it's rider preference.
I run dirt bike bars.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You need to ride one of my pit bikes then.
I run Phoenix handlebars on my mountain bike.
But you need to run aluminum everything.
You need to try. I have a dirt bike with sorry, not aluminum.
Cody needs
carbon fiber
Cody
bars.
needs a welded suspension because nothing can get stiff enough.
Here we go.
Hayden made me a custom shock for my 110. It got made. It didn't even need to be welded.
Actually, both of you need to ride carbon fiber. Both of you need to try my carbon moto bars. I have carbon moto bars.
I'm never,
Do
after
you?
that wreck, I'm never running carbon bars ever.
You can't break them. Dude,
That's what Renthal said.
That's it. I'm jumping the Grand
you
Canyon.
got to try them. You can. These are my off-road
Okay,
bars.
evil.
You can sit on your bike, push, and they will flex.
Aren't those
Like
called flex
fast
bars?
Flex bars.
No, they look like normal bars, but it's a very, very thin aluminum on the outside, like very thin. And then it's just layers and layers and layers of carbon almost all the way through. They're almost solid. And you can take them, and it's horrible to jump because they weird out on you, but off-road, it cuts all the vibration out. And you can literally just take them like this and move them.
Are you running those? Well, I have actually, funny enough you say that, I have a mountain bike sponsor that makes suspension grips, rev grips out of Southern California.
Oh, I felt
And
those.
you feel those right there. They're actually lock-on grips and they move. So you can sit there and twist your hands back
I'm
and
down
forth.
with
They run
lock-on.
little rubber inserts. I had them make me a set for the 2-stroke. Boom.
There was a company, what was it? I think actually MSR endorsed it back in the day. A bolt-on system. We're talking mid-90s, mid to late 90s.
I was born in '92. I don't think I remember it.
So,
91 for me.
my dad,
Beat me again.
my dad was an old school off-road dude, and he had a shop, and he had all sorts of funky stuff. Dude, we were some of the first people to be running the flippy levers, because the European people came up
ASB.
with all the weird stuff, and they literally had a lever that would not only flip out, but then it would rotate almost
Yep.
2/3 of the way around too. It was $180 or something for the lever, and it was, I forget the name. I saw all sorts of weird stuff. My dad swore by the same, exactly like you're describing. It was a bolt-on system for bikes, and motocrossers, I think, never heard of it. But
I had to make me a pair in, Ryan Pierce and I went down to Southern California in early 2017, and we were in SoCal, so they sent me up a box just right up the street. And I have had the same grips, rather it be, because it's got the removable piece like the Emmett grips do. So I've just been cycling through the bikes over the years, and I have the same original prototype set, and I am in love with it. Will not change, will not put
Do you
any
notice
sort
a
of other
difference?
grips. Oh yeah, more so on that, just because that's what it's designed for, and there's so much less vibration on those, just straight up coming from the bike. But yeah, anyone I talk to about them, I'm never running anything else grip-wise
Interesting.
possibly ever.
I had a lock-on grip come loose in arena cross once.
Because you don't work on your bike, bud.
Dude, whatever. Actually, that is true. Top Gun had
He's like, actually, wait, it's true.
triple clamps came loose in a moto. That was bad.
Okay, well, we're about done with this first show. We still got an after show. We can continue.
I need a cookie bad.
Okay, we'll get you a cookie. We're going to continue this.
You earn it, bud.
Is that really helping with the weight loss thing here?
Yeah.
Today's cheat day.
Today's cheat day. Okay.
get one,
Awesome.
BK.
Wait, no.
You can,
whoa,
she
whoa,
can
we'll
bring
do it
me
on
a
the
cookie.
after show.
Could she bring me one?
We'll do-
Yeah. Bring him the whole box.
You
You're
can
gonna
bring
frisbee it?
You can bring
Don't
it.
frisbee it. Okay,
You
he
can
wants
bring
a
it.
cookie before we end. You can bring him a cookie.
He did so good, though. He needs that cookie.
Thank you
It's like
so
a
He's
gold
been
star.
waiting.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, he hasn't had one before the show started. Did you just... See, I told you he doesn't chew his food.
On that note, let's get out of here. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to do a few hot sauces here. We're going to have our after show. Guys, Brand actually don't answer, but guys, thank you
bro.
for coming on. We'll be back in just a few.